There is one certainty in life: death. An estimated total of 110 billion humans have died, or roughly 94% of all humans to have ever lived, and you too shall die. But why? Why do we die? Thinking about death is usually uncomfortable, but let's do it for a moment. The problem lies less in death itself and more in its concept. Are we afraid of death because it's painful? Pain is scary, sure, but we think of death from a position of ignorance. We know nothing about it, and the unknown is horrifying to humans. The question, why do we die, matters. But what happens after we die matters more. We'll get to the science of it, but first let's begin with the oldest tradition, the one that has held people captive since the dawn of human history: religion. For thousands of years, entire religions have been built around that one question. People and religions have tried to explain death in countless ways. The simplest take: we transform into something else when our time is up. This world is just a test and we must die because the test must end, and its results demand judgment. When we die, those who follow the one true God's commandments shall go to heaven. If you fail to do so, there is a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish, where you live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. Or you might just be reincarnated as a worm. History's major religions believe in some form of reward and punishment after death. In Christianity, the stakes are eternal. In others, they're finite. Also, in many cultures and religions, people believe humans once had some form of immortality, and death was given as punishment by a god. In Semitic beliefs such as Islam, it's believed that Adam and Eve once lived in heaven, enjoying eternal life with everything they wanted, free of weakness and illness. But they ate from the forbidden tree and were punished, banished from paradise to the earth. And with that, their immortality ended. From North American natives to Australian Aboriginals, you see a common thread: a trick or a transgression that costs humanity its immortality. In some native tales, a coyote tricks people and robs them of eternal life. In an Aboriginal story, an old grandmother frightens her grandchild, and the elder generations are condemned to die when their time comes. It wasn't any different in Central Asia. Genghis Khan worshipped Kok Tengri, the sky god, an ancient monotheistic faith. Even there, we see Genghis Khan seeking the immortality that once existed. Religions change, cultures shift, eras come and go, but belief in immortality does not. Death is the enemy, and we try to outrun it. But the question remains, why do we die? Faith gives meaning, not mechanism, and it mostly speaks to humans, yet it's not only humans that die. What happens when a dog dies? I really hope dogs have heaven. Is there hell for naughty chimpanzees? No, of course not. Only you get to have heaven or hell. Let's talk about the mechanism. Some claim death isn't just tragedy, it's strategy. It is genetically beneficial to the species, therefore selected by evolution. Without death, the genome couldn't adapt and improve, which makes species vulnerable to being outcompeted and driven to extinction. So, death is just another parameter for evolution to tinker with. If you were immortal despite all your physical problems and shortcomings, you'd have no reason to heal. You could live forever with your diseases, which wouldn't be ideal. Life is defined by growth and adaptation. Species adapt through generational turnover. Some individuals have to die so new combinations can thrive. Also, the default state of everything is death. We spent billions of years not existing, then we're born. So it's only logical that we die. And of course there are non-living things, yet they're still finite. They rot, rust, wear out, change form, or vanish altogether. Everything ends. Even the screen you're watching this on has an expiration date. It'll break down, get trashed or recycled, and cease to exist as it is. Even stars that burn for billions of years come to an end, collapsing into white dwarfs or black holes, and ultimately fade from the universe. According to scientists, even the universe has an end. With expansion speeding up, the leading idea is a slow fade into heat death. All the heat sources will die, so will the universe itself. But why does everything have to come to an end? And what happens after the end? Is it really the end? Or is it just a new beginning? I don't think anyone in the history of mankind has answered the question why everything ends profoundly, and I'm not sure anyone can. Maybe the Big Bang was the end of a previous universe. Maybe in the end, everything simply transforms into something new and starts all over again.